G'day, mate. See, I can't pull that off. Hello, farmers, and welcome back to Western Australia. Yeah, all the contracts are done. We're almost at $100,000 in the bank account. So looking good. I didn't have to buy any more fertilizer to get the contracts done, so that was good. I did have to go down to the fuel station, though, and top off the Massey Ferguson. The worker just about ran out of fuel, caught it in time, got down there, filled it up. But we're still, at 95,995. And as for contracts, there are some good contracts I could have done. I could have done a plowing job for 63,000. But with my equipment, that would have probably taken forever. That probably would have taken like 2 hours, maybe even 2.5, whatever. Some high-paying cultivating jobs. But I'm trying not to do a whole bunch of contracts in this series, because I could do a whole bunch of contracts in between episodes, get a whole bunch of money, and we progress maybe too fast, which sounds kind of weird, but yeah, who knows. But anyways, one thing I have noticed, and that is the orchard, and I had to go look it up. I kept seeing where the orchard said missing material in the production chain. I'm like, well, what's going on there? So, if I go into productions here, it's probably actually going to be turned on right now, because I kept deactivating, turning it on. But yeah, we're not getting no apples, and I couldn't figure out what's going on. Then I saw right here, production mode seasonal. I had to go to the mod to see exactly what that meant. With the orchards, it's only going to grow fruit in spring and summer. So, no fruit in fall and winter out of the orchard. So, no more making apple juice, I guess. But we are doing okay. We got about over 2,000 liters of strawberry juice. Although I'm not seeing no crates outside yet, so I don't know. I mean, is it going to be like 3,000 liters, 2,500 liters per crate? We're going to find out soon, because we're getting ready to skip a couple months, so we shall see. But yeah, today we're going to be cutting the grass, which sounds kind of weird because the grass is only the first growth stage, but we should be getting right through. We're going to cut right through April and get right to May so we can cut the grass, and we'll get to town, and we'll see how the production buildings go. So really nothing to do here other than go to bed. So let's go ahead and jump into our little shack over here. Just remember, March in Australia, for us Northern Hemisphere people, it is fall, not spring. Let's go in here. I don't know why I'm going to close the door, but I probably should. Let's go on back to our lovely little bed here. And yeah, we'll sleep until 9, because I do want to check on our production chain to see if it's producing strawberry juice. Oh yeah, also, while the worker was plowing up the fields, I took the John Deere 6230, and I went ahead and filled up all the compost bins. So, can we get out the door? Thank you. So all the compost bins are full on the greenhouse and the orchard. So yeah, the grass is ready for harvest, but we got one more growth stage, so we're going to wait for that. Oh yeah, I do want to check the sale page. Okay, that's not the right planter, but that would have been kind of nice. 65,000, I could afford it, honestly, but nothing else there that we need. But I just want to run down here to see if a pallet of strawberry juice has spawned. And also I want to look to where the compost, or sorry, organic waste should be. Which should be in here? Wait, is that the organic waste, or is that grass that's showing through? It says we got 3,800 liters of organic waste. I'm not really seeing it in there. We got 6,900 liters of strawberry juice. But I'm not seeing it spawn anywhere. Alrighty, I must be forgetting something. Apples, yep, nothing there. Apples, nothing there, of course. Strawberry juice. Let's see, storing, spawn items, change output, spawning. Oh, because you got to put it on spawning, because I'm an idiot. Let me put that on spawning as well. I had it on storing, so there we go. Oh wow, okay, now they're showing up because I'm an idiot. Only 500 liters per crate. All right. I don't know when the best time to sell that. Let's check our stock market page and see what that says. Strawberry juice sells best in September. Well, we are a long ways from September. All right, so that's going as it should, as long as I put it on spawning, because like I said, I'm an idiot. We all know that. Compost, though, we are doing fine. We got 133,000 liters left in the pit here, so that's more than good. We got plenty of water, we got plenty of compost, and fruit and vegetable fertilizer. We are doing good. We put about 1,000 liters in. We're down to 868, so it's not going through it too fast. Do I dare look at the contract page? Plowing 31. I mean, yeah, like I said, I don't want to be doing a whole bunch of contracts on this Let's Play. I kind of want to just work on our own fields. Oh yeah, also there was a comment of maybe the first thing we should do is buy the biggest field first. I don't think so. I mean, I don't mind the idea, but on this map, the biggest field is like 3.3 million, and we are a long ways from that. All right, let's go ahead and we're going to sleep again. Yeah, we'll sleep till 9 o'clock. No sense of getting up right up at 8 o'clock first thing in the morning to cut grass. So we got to cut the grass, and then we'll windrow it, and of course, bale it and wrap it. Not all in one go. I'll probably have a worker mow it while we bring up the windrower and the baler. Don't be raining first thing in the morning. With grass, it doesn't matter, but I'd rather not have it do so. All right, let's... all right, get out the door. I got to stop having the donuts. I'm getting harder and harder to get out that door. All right, so down to 90,000, which is fine. Let's check the store page. Well, that planter is still there. This is not a See and Spot weed sprayer, right? No, it is not. So that's not what we are looking for. All right, so that's okay. But our grass field is here, and it is ready to be mowed. And that's what we're going to be doing first thing today. Well, probably the only thing today. It's a big field. All right, so let's go to the store page. I was already in it. And for today, we're actually just going to lease everything because this is not the equipment I would like to have on a grass field. But the ELO or ELO, I don't know which way to pronounce it, working width of 2.4 meters, working speed of 12 miles an hour. And we're going to go ahead and lease that. All right, and just to confirm it, I need that with the Massey Ferguson. So I'm going to grab the Massey Ferguson, head on down to the store. Let's see, can I bring back... No, I can't. I can't really bring back anything with us. Actually, you know what? I probably can. The mower can go on the front. So let's go ahead while we're in here and let's get ourselves the windrower. Tedder's windrower, and the one we're going with is the Kuhn. Wait, no, not that one. This one right here. Working with the 14.7. And of course, we're going to lease that as well for $31.62. All right, so the Massey Ferguson. Let's get on down to the store. Grab the mower, grab the windrower, bring that back, and we'll get the Massey Ferguson start cutting the grass. And while the workers start cutting the grass, we will go ahead and lease the baler / wrapper. We'll go down to the 6230 John Deere and grab the baler, and hopefully by the time we come back, get all set up, we can start wrapping up the bales. Now, the bales, I'm just going to leave on the field. We don't need to pick them up. They need about 3 months to ferment, and the grass field needs about 3 months before it needs to be cut again. I can fertilize the grass field with the bales on it. The fertilizer will go right through the bags and land on the grass, so it's not that big of a deal. No sense of leasing the bale trailer, unless I bought it, but yeah, I don't remember how much that is brand new. But either way, I don't want to lease it just to pick the bales and then pile them somewhere for 3 months because I have to pick them back up in 3 months to sell them. Anywho, I'll see you back actually just at the farm, and we'll get a worker start mowing the grass. It's kind of weird when I drove the Massey Ferguson down to the store. I was driving third person, and it's like, boy, this tractor, you know, it's got some decent speed, but it's not that fast. But then I decided to drive first person on the way back with the mower in the front and the windrower in the back, and it seems like it's driving like twice the speed as it did on the way down. All right, let's pull into the farmyard, which is a total mess, but I'm hoping we can clean this up today, and we're actually going to get started on that right away, well, after we get a worker going. Let me get back into third person here. So we're going to drop off the windrower. Right there is good. And we will put the mower on the back. I need to unfold it first before I can drop it. Okay. Duly noted. And hopefully it can handle the weight a little bit better on the back. We can turn the beacons off. And start up the mower. That's what we need to be doing. All right, let's get ourselves kind of started here. I was checking on some contracts. I was only looking for fertilizing contracts, but I mean, some good plowing jobs. But yeah, I was looking. I wanted to give our Massey Ferguson mower head start. So if there was a quick fertilizing job, I was going to go ahead and do that. But nothing there. Let me get a worker going. I am going to show you also the enhanced loan system and what's going on there. So field work, yes. We're starting here. Wait, let's zoom in a little bit. All right, and we'll go like that. Open. 4 headlands. It doesn't matter. Let's overlap a little bit. 1% ought to do it. And give it a second to generate a course. It's a big field, but course play will figure it out. And there we go. Little surprised that we're not actually getting up to the top speed right away. Maybe once it gets going. Interesting. The Massey Ferguson is a 200 horse tractor, right? 205. Yes. 180. And the max speed is 13. Alright, she's getting up there. It just takes her a moment. It just takes her a moment to get up there. Alright, we'll jump on out. And also, while we're doing this, our environmental scores should be starting to go up quite a bit. So we're already up to 84 now. We were down to what, 40 whatever? But now that we're mowing the field and it realizes it has nitrogen and the pH value is good, soil sampling and the tillage is good. The only thing we didn't do was weed control. Yes, there's no weeds, but if I came in here with some kind of weed prevention, our score would have went up a little bit. So the Massey Ferguson, that is going to take a while, and the windrower is like twice the working width of the mowers. So need the workers to get up quite a ways on that. Yes, the enhanced loan system. So what I wanted to show, so the first month we were here, we got a loan at 3.5 interest rate. If I were to take out a loan, if I could, interest rate today, this month, is 3.7. And it says amount max I could loan is 0. So that's why I'm hoping in another 3 months' time, once we get our grass bales fermented and it turns to silage, we sell the silage bales. Hopefully we earn enough to buy this field here, field number 4. And as I've been told, the enhanced loan system is based on land value. So if I buy land, yes, I'm using up the money that I have, but then I should be able to take out a loan on the land. At least that's the whole plan. Anyways. Alright, so we got the mower going, we got the windrower, but now, of course, we need ourselves a baler. And, of course, we're going to be using this down here, the selectable bale capacity pack. And we're going for the cheapest one, of course, because they're going to be big bales anyways. So it doesn't really matter. Although this one is cheaper. 125 to 159. That needs 140 horse. That needs 150 horse. So that's going to need the Massey Ferguson either way. We kind of used the Pottinger the first time for straw bales. This one will wrap, right? Yes, it will. It will wrap. So maybe use a Fendt. I think it's going to be our best option. Square baler, that's getting to be a little bit too much. Plus, they won't wrap. So, yeah, we'll use a Fendt. Wrapping color, we'll go with pink because why not? That way we can find them. We want to lease it for $43.09. Yes. There we go. So that is all set to go. Before we go down and pick up the baler, because there's no rush. So, yeah, who's happy with the yard with having things everywhere? So, while my worker was plowing up the fields and I was already done fertilizing, I was like, okay, what can we do? And luckily for us, with the map comes some sheds, and there's some pretty good ones for the price. Obviously, $176,000, $312,000, not in our price range. $10,000, that's in our price range, but that's not a small shed. That's a pretty darn big one, and I think we're going to go ahead and just put it right there. Was that quick enough for you? Didn't hem and haw about it at all. And it kind of lines up with the entryway to the farmyard, so that's good. So now that we got that in place, now we have a place to put all of, well, I don't know if it's going to fit all of our equipment, but it's going to fit most of it, and kind of organize our area a little bit. So another thing we do, well, we need 2 more things around here. Fuel pumps. Construction. Because going down to the store to fuel up all the time is going to suck. Is that under tools? Yes, it is. It's only 2,500. And now this is a fuel pump that we can just pull up and refill fuel at. I'm trying to figure out where do I want to put this though. Yeah, I think right here will be good. I just don't want it being the same trigger as this over here. Because they'll conflict with each other. If I put it... We'll just put it on the opposite side. How about that? There we go. Another thing we need is a toolbox. So we can reconfigure our equipment if we want to. Let me make sure I spin that around the correct way. We'll put the toolbox like right here. And that way the trigger should be out in this general area here. So all we got to do is just put the toolbox down. All right, so that leaves us with 66,794, which is, you know, pretty darn good. All right, let's clean up the yard a little bit with the John Deere. Let's see, the weight we can put away. Actually, you know what? The weight I'm going to leave right here for now. I may need that actually in a moment. But let's clean up the yard so it's not as messy. I mean, winter is coming. We don't want everything scattered about. Our Massey Ferguson... Oh, there it is. Like our Massey Ferguson hasn't even made it around yet. Okay, that's headland number 1. Oh yeah, I was also asked that maybe with the time lapses use some Australian music, and there was some artist that was mentioned. Just keep in mind though, I got to use music that, you know, I have license agreements to, so I just can't go ahead and just grab any old music. But with my company that I go through, I will try to find some Australian music. So forgive me if it's going to be not the greatest of music that you may be accustomed to. Or not anything that you, you know, the music I probably put out may not be music you like anyways, but I'll see what I can do. All right, oh, soil sampler, we'll put that in the back here as well. Not going to need that as much. All right, fertilizer spreader, I'm going to need that to fertilize the grass field. The forage wagon, though, can be put away. And our trailer can be put away as well. So luckily the contracts came when they did. I'm getting away with... When I started the series, as I mentioned, I was hoping to borrow like $650,000. But since I went with the enhanced loan system, I was able to borrow almost $600,000, and it has worked out. The three or four contracts I took is definitely going to help us out here to get through. But I don't want to be doing contracts, a whole lot of contracts. I just want to work in our own land. I say ours. I am just a farm manager here, after all. The owner, Hudson, of the farm, saw what I did at American Falls and wanted me to build up his farm here in Australia. So that's what we are doing. I will drop off the trailer there. Alright, so the windrower is not ours, so we can leave that out. Besides, I'm going to be using that in just a moment. Okay, I want to hitch up to this. Drop off the bucket. I want to get the pallet forks. Should probably put the weight on the back at this point. So I want to get the pallets of stuff that I have moved into the shed as well. I grab the pallet forks. We'll grab our straw bale here. Almost 15,000 liters worth of straw. We're keeping that in case we get the cow barn relatively quick. I don't think so, because the cow barn price is... It's not as bad as the original one I was going to go for. I think it's like half the price, and I think it'll hold like 500 cows. Alright, so we got that in there. Yeah, so while we're here, let me just go ahead and make sure we should be able to just, fuel up our tractors now without having to go all the way down to the store, so this is nice. Alright, this seed pallet here, I think there's less than 10 liters in here, I think. I was wrong, there's 13 liters in here. Probably shouldn't bury this, but I don't know when I'll be planting again. I don't even have a drill or a planter. This should be some lime. Alright, put the lime down. And let's see here. Am I done with the front loader? I think so. So we're going to go ahead and just attach that. And the weight, I'll put the weight over here against the back wall. Yep, run into everything. There we go. Alright, so now the yard is picked up. The fertilizer spreader's out because I need to fertilize the grass field when we're done. And of course the windrower's out because, well, I need to windrow the grass that's being cut. Looks like the Massey Ferguson is almost around the second headland. So I'm going to go down, pick up the baler, and I'm probably going to give the Massey Ferguson another 10-15 minutes here before we start going around with the windrower. And actually, maybe I'll wait until... You know what? I'm probably going to wait until the Massey Ferguson's done, because that way we can windrow, and the Massey Ferguson can follow behind us with the baler, and they can wrap up the grass. So, let's see, it's 9:20. Probably going to take about a good 40 minutes, I'm guessing, to cut that grass. Well, I think I said 40 minutes, and it's been an hour, at least. Yeah, we've gone over an hour at leasing fee on the mower itself. So, yeah, it's taken a while. So, during this time that the worker was going around, I started rethinking of how I want to proceed with a farm. Still going to do the same thing as make silage bales, of course, and then probably buy the next field over, which is the nearest field and about one of the cheapest fields on the map, and then borrow money off that land, and then probably buy a bigger tractor, so that way in the future we can use bigger equipment like on this grass field. We're going to keep the grass field here, at least for a couple more cuts for sure, because we are going to have cows. I was just going to have cows on the series, but you guys wanted sheep as well. So we're going to have cows and sheep, so I'm going to need hay. And, yeah, so we got to make some more hay, probably some silage. If I'm going to make TMR for the cows, don't know yet. I'll probably put their pens on this grass field, so they'll, you know, because I don't got much room over in the yard itself anymore. So we'll be putting the pens, maybe like even in this little corner right here, possibly. That's something we can definitely do. But yeah, I'm hoping with these silage bales, which we're getting ready to start wrapping up here very soon, when we get done, we can kind of see how much silage we're going to have and what it sells for. And then we can kind of get a good guesstimate of how much we're going to get. That land over there is like $330 to $350, somewhere in there. I think we'll have plenty of grass / silage in 3 months. Time will tell. Yeah, but this has taken a while to get done, as you would expect. We're in Australia. These are big fields. Nothing really small about these fields here. That's why we got to go big. We can't really go small. But we started where we did with the tractors because of the money situation. We got tractors that could run the 9-meter plow that is very reliable, and of course, got ourselves another tractor so we can fertilize at the same time. And it's all working out. But we got to get bigger here. But this is a good start. I'm not going to complain of what we have here. Hudson, I think, is going to be happy after our first season here. We'll go around to the corners and tidy those up. I may as well, because I've gone over the hour leasing fee on this mower anyways. So let me tidy up the corners, and we'll get the baler put on the Massey Ferguson. I was looking at the windrower. Now, the windrower requires a little bit more horsepower than what the John Deere has. So we'll see what happens. The baler is quite a bit more than what the John Deere has. We'll see how that whole setup is going to work. In about a couple more years of time, if I still have this grass field, I won't be tidying up these corners. But since it's the first year, I need every blade possible. Yes, grass field cut. Let's go ahead and turn the mower off. And let's go ahead and we'll return that. Yeah, 1.2 hours. All right. But you know what? It was worth it. Definitely going to be worth it here in 3 months' time when we cash in on these bales. So I already got the baler set up for the bigger bales. The last baler we did, that did 120 centimeters, but since we got the selectable size, we went up to 129. This can do 159, so 150s times 9, so they're going to be pretty big bales here. I want to make sure I turn on automatic drop. We need to lower that down. Alright, lower the pickup and turn that on. Hour meter is starting to run. Alright, John Deere, we'll get you in place, and the Massey Ferguson's going to just follow us if the John Deere can work this thing. I'm going to guess it can. It's been surprising me quite a bit, honestly. Now, I think the top speed of the windrower is 9, the baler is 13. So when the worker stops to drop a bale, it should catch back up to us relatively quickly. I want to put you on 30 meters behind us. Oh yeah, we already hit the top speed of 9 miles an hour right away. So this setup will work perfectly. And the good news is this is like twice as wide as the mowers. So it's probably going to take me about a half an hour. Maybe a little bit more than that to get this field all baled up. And like I said, we're going to leave the bales right in the field for the next 3 months. There's no rush to pick them up. Although I was looking at the price guide of the bale trailer that I want to use. And yeah, we can actually afford it right now. So I think it's like $55,000. So we can definitely afford that. So the good news is the baler is picking up the entire swath. So I was kind of worried about it leaving a little bit of a swath behind it, like on the edges. But maybe once I start going different directions, like we did on American Falls, maybe it will leave some of the swath behind. I'm waiting for a bale to be made because I want to see how many liters are going to be in a bale. Just because I'm curious, but it's still picking up the grass. I mean, if you already know what a 150 centimeter round bale is for amount of liters for grass, times it by 9, that's the size of the bale it's going to be. Well, the bale's going to stay the same size. Oh yeah, and you better be wrapping as well. You should be wrapping. Yes, it is wrapping. Alright, so how many liters are you? 49,500 per bale. Wow. And we already got one bale, so that's a good start. Maybe start taking some guesses on how much grass we got off this field. 500,000 liters mean 10 bales. Can I get 10 bales off this field? Well, what we can do to make it a little bit easier, because as long as I leave the bales on the ground, as we saw with the straw, was that episode 1? Yeah, I think it's episode 1. As long as I leave the bales on the ground and not on a trailer, the stock market page should read how many liters of grass we have, and we just got to convert that over to say silage, because it's 1 liter for 1 liter, and we can see what the max price of silage is in 3 months. And then we can kind of calculate of how much money we'll get for the silage bales. Unfortunately, though, it'll be the middle of winter. So the field that's right next to us, which currently has soybean in it? Was it soybean that was there? I don't know. Yeah, that'll be harvested and it will be kind of not worth it. But maybe we'll get a deal on the field, because we are doing the dynamic field prices. So maybe with no crop in the field, we'll get a discount because it's an empty field. Yeah, it is soybean. Yeah, just too bad we can't afford it right now with a soybean in it. Well, I don't have a harvester anyway, so that doesn't matter either. Yeah, I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself there. I'm like, yeah, it's got a field of soybean in it. Yeah, it wouldn't be really worth to probably lease a harvester and a header and harvest the field and sell the soybean. Actually, yeah, I would have to sell it because I don't have a silo either. All these things we got to work on. So far, oh, we got a second bale out there. Didn't notice we got a second bale. I do have the bale counter on the baler because now I got the Vermeer pack activated, so we can see how many bales we made, but I don't think it's going to be that hard to count. Well, a few things I can say about this windrowing and baling. So I was guessing roughly around 10 bales. And when your bales are, 45,000 liters a piece, and you're guessing 10 bales, and I'm going to say I'm off, and I'm off by a lot, that's not a good guess, because, 50,000 liter bales, and you're off by half. Yeah, so I was guessing 10, and I think we're going to be pretty close to 20, maybe even a little bit more than that. We're going to find out here in a little bit. And the one thing we can't escape when windrowing and baling is the same thing we ran into American Falls and almost on every other map. Going one direction, the baler is picking up the entire swath. Going back the other direction, not so much. So I'm going to need to go around and clean up all the paths going east to west. So that pass we just made over there, you can see a little bit of the swath got left behind. So anytime I was going the opposite direction of what we're going now, the baler's not picking up. Going west to east, picking up pretty much all of it. Yeah, so I'm not sure. Not sure why that is, but I definitely want to go around and pick up all the rest. But we'll have a good idea of how many liters of silage we're going to have here in just a moment. And how many bales we made. But yeah, I was guessing 10. And you can see all the pink bales around us. So yeah, probably closer to 20, if not over 20. The other thing that the baler is doing, which, you know, we kind of had the same baler on Goldcrest Valley. But when it stops to unload the bale onto the back to get it wrapped, it seems like the baler creeps forward a little bit and it misses a little bit of a clump that I was supposed to pick up. So I got to go around and pick up clumps anyways. I know, it may look like a lot is on the ground, but when a bale is 45,000 liters, do I got 45,000 liters on the ground? Probably not. I think I do have the, where I can unload the bale in the back if it's not a full bale. So, say I get like 20,000 liters in the baler, I should be able to unload it. If I don't have that mod activated, it will be. So, yeah, well, whatever is left in the baler, we'll get it on out. But it is taking a while to get this field cut, windrowed, and baled today. I got over 2 hours of footage, and you're probably going to see like a 30-minute video. That's the only problem when someone says, you know, like, do a big map. It just takes a while to get the field done. Now, I'm using kind of undersized equipment for the field that we have. But given the money situation, we're doing the best we can. But in 3 months' time, we're going to be, considering the money that we have now, we're going to be rich. So, I mean, we're going to be pretty close to 1 million liters of silage here, I think, coming off this field. Yeah, so I'm going to have to go around the Massey Ferguson and clean up the mess a little bit here and there. I might miss a few spots here and there, but it won't be big patches. Alright, so how long did it take me to windrow? Well, we can go in and check here. Alright, so 0.6 hours. That wasn't too bad. I am going to keep the windrow. I think I am done with it. I'm going to keep it just so, you know, in case I start baling up. And I may want to use it for, you know, tidying up some swaths. Then that's fine. Shouldn't have no bale on the back. Let's dismiss the worker. And I'll turn off the baler so we're not putting the hours on it. So, we'll turn that off as well. How many bales did I make? 22 bales currently is what I made. And probably get a 23rd by the time I get done going around. So, if we go into our stock market page, we should see grass. Well, that is over 1 million liters. You know what's kind of sad about the grass? Well, I am on hard economy, so that's, you know. But over 1 million liters of grass, almost 1.1 million liters. If I just sold the grass as is, I'd get 55,000 for it. But we're not selling grass. So, let's see. That's, we're going to call that 1,089. Hang on a second here. Let me get up my calculator on my phone, because my brain is not going to be able to do the math. But that's 1,089 of 1,000 liters. And if we go to here, silage. Where's the silage? Silage right there. And see price difference. We are in, what month are we in? Just to make sure. I think, yeah, May. So it's going to be June, July, August. They'll be ready in August at this time, which is the max price of 189. So if I times that by 189, that price doesn't seem right. I did math wrong somewhere. Well, really, maybe my calculation isn't that far off, but I'm guessing we're going to get just a little over 200,000. 205,821 is what I come up with. But that also does not include our environmental score bonus, which currently sits at 10%. So like another 20,000. That's not going to be too bad. Unfortunately, though, that's not going to cover being able to buy this field right here, because this field goes for, yeah, like right now it's like 350. Well, I guess if I were to do some contracts to get the extra 100,000, I could. I mean, I could do some plowing contracts because that's currently all I would want to do. Harvesting, not too interested in harvesting at all. Yeah. Well, I mean, a little disappointed, but then again, like I said, it's not that bad. If we remember, this field was oats, and we sold the oats and got about $50,000 worth of oats off this field. So to get $200,000 worth of silage off this field, yeah, I can take that. So I got to go around in between episodes, clean up the mess. Probably get just one more bale. But yeah, we're going to leave these bales right into the field. Are they 45,000 liters apiece? Is that what I said? 49,500. So they are 50,000 liters apiece. Yes, they are. So we did get ourselves a shed today, a fuel pump and a toolbox also on the farm. So the farm is getting nice and cleaned up. We don't have things just thrown about everywhere. We'll have to fertilize the field this month as well, or maybe next month, whenever. But yeah, that's where I need to wrap it up for today because, like I said, I got over 2 hours of footage and probably be condensed right down to like a half-hour video. Of course, you already know. You can see the timestamps and everything. But anyways, we made it that. If you made it this far in this video and you like what you saw, maybe think about giving the video a thumbs up. And if you haven't already and you think about doing so, please do subscribe. But that's where we need to wrap up for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. And I'll catch you again right here in Western Australia. But until then, have a good one.